All right, a little throwback Thursday. These are classic collectibles from 1977, and Matthew Purdy joins us now, toy collector, toy expert, and explain to me why, other than their age, why these are so special.
Okay, so Star Wars came out in 1977, so these are the first figures produced. It said Star Wars, that's all it said, because that was the movie. And these came out in 1977, like I said, and these are the original ones carded, and they show all 12 on the back. So these are very special because all 12 are here.
And at the end we have, well, we're going to say that for the last, because there's an interesting story about these two Darth Vaders. So I can understand that part of the collectible world. This thing kind of confuses me, because it's brand new, basically.
Yes.
And there are people who come into your store and buy this.
That's correct. So Star Wars initially was not really designed to be a mass, market item. It was a toy people bought. But because Star Wars has grown over the years and the fan bases have grown, and the people have grown as well, and their budgets have grown, now people buy things like this. So this is an actual statue that someone could buy for their home. So if you want to buy a small figure for $10, you can, or you can buy something like this for about $2,500.
$2,500
US dollars. So today's dollars, looking at what, 3,000.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So that's the other
That's
side
the current
of
piece produced. Yes.
And will it appreciate in value?
Yes, it will. So for instance, I have R2D2 and C-3PO. Again, 250 in the world made. It was, now they're worth 30 grand, and at the time we used to sell them for 15,000. So.
But there's a cautionary tale that's about, I don't know, 7.5 feet tall when it comes to collectibles and the uncertainty of the market. Take us over there.
That's correct. Not everything Star Wars necessarily has a value. So in 1999, George Lucas came up with this item, Jar Jar Binks, which was a flop. This movie is not very popular. This piece is not a sought-after piece. We have this as a joke. We keep this in our store at by the men's bathroom at Toy Traders, and people get the connection. It's where it belongs. Now people kind of love to hate it.
And the value of that?
I bought this for charity, so it was a charity auction. I overpaid for the sake of the charity, and that's how I can rationalize it. And that, I don't imagine people would buy it to destroy it. It's sad. It's sad.
So a lot of hype about all these new Star Wars toys that are coming out for the upcoming movie. Say I wanted to make a little money. Should I invest in some of those?
No. I do own, again, Toy Traders Langley, and I specialize in selling collectibles. But I don't want to see people lose money, and I wouldn't recommend buying the new stuff coming out for the movie as an investment. I think you'll lose. There's too much being produced. Disney paid $4 billion for Star Wars because they're going to make the money in the merchandise and the rides, and they're going to produce so much of it. So the best thing is, if you're going to collect something, collect it, you like it, and you always do well.
One last thing, I do have to ask you about the Darth Vaders. Two Darth Vaders, to my untrained eye, they look essentially the same, but their value very different.
That's correct. So this Vader here is the same figure as this Vader. This came out in 1977. This is the original movie. This one here came out in Return of the Jedi, the third movie. But again, difference of years. Even though it's the same figure, this is a more sought after original package, and it's the tri-logo package. Realistically, bottom line, about $1,000. Whereas this one, even though it's in mint shape, is about $200. If I destroy the package, take the figure out, in that mint shape, $45. And if I break his little saber and lose his cape, $5.
Who keeps their toys in packages? That's what I don't get.
No, people do now, but back then nobody did. Hence the value.
All right. Well, Matthew, as you know, people here are crazy about the stuff you have, and thanks very much for coming in and talking to us about it.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.